2017, ECMS celebrates 21 years serving the Victorian community. It all began in 1996 when the organisation was founded by Kindergarten Parents Victoria, now known as the Early Learning Association Australia. We started small, delivering services in Bacchus Marsh and Hobsons Bay. Today, we reach over 6,500 families every week, delivering services across many communities around Melbourne. Our network includes 70 services of early learning centres of all shapes and sizes. A lot has changed in 21 years. Through science, we've learnt more about child brain development. We know more about the importance of the child's first 5 years and the work we do about early education. We've also introduced universal access that ensures that every child has access to 15 hours of preschool every week in the year before school.
So previously, kindergarten sessions were run between 10 and 12 hours a week, and research has shown us that 15 hours of an educational program can really help to increase children's educational outcomes significantly, but especially children from disadvantaged or vulnerable backgrounds.
In the last 10 years or so, we've seen enormous change in our sector through the introduction of national quality standards.
So this included a whole range of things, but also implementation of a rating and assessment program that includes national quality standards that we rate our services on to ensure that we're continually improving our practices. The other part of the NQF was introducing an educational leadership role into every service and ensuring that we had a bachelor trained educator in each early childhood service.
Seen the introduction of the National Quality Framework. That's been a really huge learning curve, but a really wonderful opportunity to share our service and the great job we're doing with others, and also to be recognised, I think, for the great job that the staff do at the service. So we were thrilled when we got exceeding in all areas, and it was recognition of all the hard work and dedication all the staff had put in.
We've seen our community grow in its diversity and size, and with it, the expectations of our early educators has grown and developed as well. Today, we have a team of 750 educators across our network, and today's educator is more highly trained and more highly qualified than ever before.
ECMS helps me, not just me, but my team, because ECMS give us the opportunity to network with other educators. They give us a chance to have so much professional development. We can go overseas if we like, we can go interstate, to give us more knowledge that we can bring back to our centres and assimilate and use as we see fit to fit in with our philosophies, our personal philosophies and our centre's philosophies, and all that fits in with ECMS's philosophies, which all leads to the quality of education that we need to offer children.
The new kindergarten ratios that have come in, instead of 1 educator to 15 children, it's now 1 educator to 11 children, which significantly increases the quality that we're able to offer the children within our care in our programs. Now we have group sizes of 22 children instead of 25, 26 with 2 educators, and in some cases where we have larger groups, there's an additional educator, which means we can do so much more project work, we can follow children's interests, and we can build relationships with children because we have more time to do that.
In just 21 years, we've also seen the needs of family take a different shape. Today's family is looking for a more responsive service. They need more flexibility and more assistance and support with many complex needs that present. ECMS has responded to this in different ways. We've seen our services take on different shapes and forms into more integrated, joined up service offerings that provide a range of services to families who need them most. Speaking up for the rights of children and advocating strongly for increased investment and greater support for early education has been an important part of our work yesterday, today and into the future.
I've seen ECMS evolve over the past 21 years. They provide innovative programs for children and for the families. They place an emphasis on best practice, and they are very responsive to family and community needs.
And while a lot has changed in 21 years, a lot stays the same. Firstly and foremost is the focus on children and the core of our mission that's been at the centre of our work for 21 years and will continue to be at the centre of our work for the next 21 years. What also hasn't changed has been the enormous passion, dedication and commitment that our team bring to their work. Every day we see enormous stories and see great work of influencing great things for children into the future.
I just love being a teacher. I can't tell you what I love about it. It's something that is intrinsic.
The people I work with have been just amazing. It's just a really passionate, dedicated team. I enjoy the relationships I have with them, the families obviously and the children that I've worked with. I've always felt supported in everything I've done at ECMS.
We've always valued the role that families play in their child's early education. In 21 years, we've seen the expectations of parents change and their ability to be involved has shifted as well. We value their involvement and we look for different ways to ensure that they can be deeply involved in their child's early services.
I've obviously taught a great number of children. Seeing those families in the community, catching up with children who are now adults and finding out what path they've taken, what impact that kindergarten had on them and the memories that they share is a huge highlight for me.
21 years, you could just imagine the thousands of lives that we have touched and influenced in a positive way. The joy and wonder our staff have brought to children as they learn and grow and develop in their first 5 years. I want to acknowledge those who've gone before us, those who had the vision and the leadership in 1996 to form the organisation and those who've played a role in those 21 years, whether as an educator and a carer, a leader, a volunteer, a partner. We thank you all for the work you've done and invite you to continue with us as we go forward into the next 21 years.